Hello everyone and welcome back to Thistle Farm set in Scotland. So we are ploughing again today. We're continuing with the ploughing. We're going to do a bit more but then we'll put it onto a worker and let that finish off the rest while we move on to something else. I would like to do the feed, the mixed ration, because the silage clamp I think is ready, so it'd be good to move on to that and give the cows a proper mix of feed. So we'll do a bit more of this ploughing first. Obviously this tractor is more than capable of running this plough, so we haven't got any problems with our setup here. But yeah, we have not put a video out. I have not put a video out on Wednesday, and the reason for that was because I was fitting my brand new PSU and graphics card, which is now installed, and hopefully you can see a bit of a difference. I mean, it's mainly for my other games rather than Farming Simulator, but I've now fitted those and I'm now running this game with Fraps, my recording software, at 48 frames per second, and before I was lucky to get 20. So that is a big improvement and I'm really happy about that. I'm glad that it was money well spent rather than pumping money into something which wouldn't really improve it. And of course yesterday I released the video of Colborough Park Farm, the brand new map. I cannot wait to do a let's play on that. I will be starting that next week, so all of you who are looking forward to that, that is when it will be. But that brings me on to the topic of this map, of course. I asked in the previous video of this map, when do you want me to stop? And a very mixed response actually. I was quite surprised by how varied the response was. There were some people who said go on to part 35, which is quite a long way. That's actually longer than I did Colborough Farm. And some people said stop right now. So yeah, I can't really do either of those two, but I sort of meet in the middle. I think, as I usually do, well I used to do a 10-part series for each different map. I think it would be fair, as we've already gone over 10, to go up to 15 with this one. So if we stop after 15 parts or episodes, I think that would be fair. So we've got about another 4 or so on this map, and then we'll move on to Colborough Park Farm next week. I think I'll do about 5 videos solid without doing any other maps in between, and then I will sort of put my voting video out where you can vote for the next map, and then we'll run 2 side by side. I'll do Colborough Park Farm some days of the week and the other map, whatever it may be, the rest of the time. So I think that's probably the best way of doing it. I like to do 2 maps at a time, because then obviously for anyone who doesn't like one of the maps, then they've got the other one, so hopefully you'd like one of the 2. But I think that is the best way of working it. If you have any suggestions on that though, please do let me know. But I do like the idea of a vote, because then it's like a community choice rather than just me picking a map at random and then just playing it. So I think that is probably the best way of doing it. I'm not actually used to this plough. I find it quite difficult to use. I'm used to the ones which are, you know, fully mounted, and you drive with 2 wheels in the furrow and the other 2 on top. I find those ones easier, but obviously I think it's whatever you're used to. If you use this one a lot, then you'd probably get used to this one, then you'd find the other one hard. But it would be good, obviously not with this plough, but another plough, a smaller one, if I used a tractor with the ploughing spec, because then we can drive in the furrow. I've done that on a mod review before, but I've never actually done it in a let's play, I don't think, so I'll have to do that at some point. Of course we will have to do the headlands at the end. Oh, I haven't put the combine away yet. I'll have to do that. I said I was going to do that before, but I didn't. That was because of my graphics card. I was too busy thinking about that. I was trying to think of all the possible reasons why the computer would just freeze when I started Fraps up, because that's what it used to do when I installed my new one straight away. I put it on and I was all excited to use it, and then it just kept freezing every few seconds and I had to restart every time. and I thought the only logical explanation for it was that it was the PSU not being powerful enough. I looked into what it could actually run PSU, and it was 360 watts. The graphics card alone was a requirement of 350. Now this has obviously brought up a lot of comments in the comments below. It's brought up a bit of a discussion, and that was the reason why it was running hard. It was lack of power from the PSU. So I'm glad I've replaced it. I replaced it with a Corsair CX750, so I'm hoping that I'm not going to have to replace that for years. To be fair, although my old PSU was fairly new, it was less than 2 years old, it was due for replacement because it was only a budget one, so it wasn't very good. I think if you're buying a PSU just for a computer which you're not going to run games on, then a budget one is absolutely fine, because they're so cheap that if they just break you can just throw it away and then just get another one. But I think when it comes to high-end gaming, obviously bigger games, I think it probably is worth spending a bit more on a more expensive one. Obviously it depends how much money you've got at the time. Some people really cannot do that, but I found that as I had the cash at the time, I might as well just buy an expensive one and then not have to worry about it breaking. Well, I suppose it could still break, but hopefully it won't. Hopefully it's going to last a long time. But I think I'm going to put this on a worker. I know I haven't done too much, but I would like to move on for the next job. Just make sure it can do it all okay. We will jump over to the combine. We'll take that back. Obviously I did mean to do this the other day. Just put this on here. I think yeah, it's on, but yeah, it could be a bit further back. Now I've had so many comments over all of my videos when I use this combine saying, why don't you use the hitch on the back? And I tend to reply and say, where is it? How do you get it to work? And I cannot see one. This has really confused me because people seem to think that it's got a hitch for the trailer. But how? Where? Where is it? I think I'm going to have to go in Giant's editor and just clear this up, because if there's no trigger there for the hitch to attach to, then there can't be a hitch. I think it's the big one which has got the hitch. Am I right? Because I don't know. I've just got so confused over the different comments. Like, some people say that it hasn't got one, but then I think more people say that it does have one. How can a combine create so much confusion? I think, and hope I'm right, that it doesn't have a hitch. Please though, can someone just clarify that for me? It would be really good just to end these comments. I think it is the bigger one which has got the hitch, not the smaller one. But we'll take this back to the yard. I'll put it away, and then we'll get the feed mixer out again. We'll do a proper mix, because I think on the Cobra farm when I got it wrong, I think I did one straw bale, one hay bale, and then to the top with silage. I think the way it works is 2 hay bales, 1 straw bale, and fill it to the top with silage. I think that's right. That's what I'm going to do. I think if I get it wrong, there's going to be an uproar. And I think I'm going to have to start clearing up my equipment. It's a bit of a mess. Put this in here for now. This does need sorting out though. Right, so oh, hang on, what's going on here? How has the worker done that? Okay, jump cut. Okay, the JD has managed to free the case. I really don't know what was going on there. Really weird. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. So we'll take the header trailer back and put that away as well. I like this trailer though, it's a good one. It's the rear steering one, you can take it wherever you want and it will still follow you without crashing into stuff. Really nice. Right, so that's all away. That's not quite ready yet, so we'll have to wait another day or two. So we'll do something else. We'll probably go and do some more hay baling because we need some more of those. So we'll get the mowers. We'll get the mowers out, and then we'll obviously finish off the process of all that tomorrow in tomorrow's video, and then we'll bale it up, and then we can finally do our mixed ration. So again, I think the JCB is the most appropriate tractor to do this with. I'm going to look for a fairly small field. I said I was going to do the headlands of the fields because they are so big, but I didn't get a great reaction to that. But if there's nothing else, I will have to. Let's just have a look here. So we've done field number 3, we've done field number 10. So I could do field number 2, which is just behind us. Somewhere behind there. Field number 2 then, I think. Looks like a good one to do. Okay, so it's just here. Quite a nice looking field, it's not flat. It should be a good size for the equipment we've got. That is a nice field actually. And we'll get everything started up. And I think this will probably be the final grass field which we will be cutting on this map. We shouldn't need any more because we've got loads of silage. We've got, well, we will have more hay bales once we've done this, and then we should have everything we need to feed our cows with. And here are our sheep. This is actually the first time we've been to see them, and we will have to feed them. They have obviously not been fed at all, so actually once the silage is done we'll have to give it to them. I think ideally you give them grass, don't you, but that's what we'll have at the time, so we will have to give them silage. We will just jump out in a second and have a look at those sheep because I haven't been in this area of the map before. This is the first time I've seen it. I can't remember exactly how many sheep we actually own. I would imagine it's 30 something. Right, so we've clearly got a number of sheep. We have produced some wool, I don't know how, as they should be dead. I'm not too good at looking after my sheep. They've got bedding and stuff, so it's not too bad really, but I haven't been here. This is quite nice. There's an area of the map I never knew existed. And in fact we could have come up to this field this way. It goes back down to the yard. That is nice. We'll have to come back up here again in tomorrow's video, whenever the silage is done. I've never even thought to go up there. Wow. That's actually a really nice part of the map. Anyway, we'll continue. Get all this cut. And can then start to dry off. make sure I get everything this time instead of missing these bits. It's just me turning too early. But I'm really enjoying the new frame rate. I mean, you probably can't tell much difference over a YouTube video, but as I'm recording, it is so much better. I just used to start lagging, jumping a bit, which it doesn't do anymore. You will see a noticeable difference definitely in Euro Truck Simulator, because that's the game that it really did struggle with. So that would be amazing, can't wait to do that. I've not played it yet. I have played Dying Light though with the new graphics card, and that is really good. Really smooth. So although it has cost me almost £200, I think it was worth it. I'm happy with it. Obviously it's not every day I would go and spend that amount of money, but I think it was an improvement which had to be done, because obviously some of my videos were looking worse for wear due to the frames per second problems, so I shouldn't have any more problems there now. Anyway, we'll take this back to the yard, and that'll be it for today. We will obviously turn all that over tomorrow, row it up, bale it, and then hopefully, as long as the silage is ready, we will also do the mixed ration. So I'm hoping that that'll all be good. Okay everyone, thanks for watching, and you can join me again tomorrow in the next part of Thistle Farm. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.